Bayou Times Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Times Sports. Tulane University's football program has been very good in the American Conference for the last couple of years. Tailed off a little bit last year at the end of the season, lost in the Gasparilla Bowl to Florida 33-8. But it was a good year nonetheless. Problem is, going into this year is the quarterback issue. Darian Mensah, who was a really good quarterback for the Green Wave last year, decided to take off. In this transfer portal era that we live in, he took off to Duke University. So Tulane is looking for that starter. TJ Finley, who has certainly been around, is one of those candidates. Of course, he got in a little trouble with the law recently. And then you have a young man, Jake Ratziff, who has come in from BYU. So there is an open door for that over at Tulane. Very fortunate. We got to listen in to Coach John Summerall talk about his Green Wave at the American Conference Media Day. Here's Coach Summerall talking about the Tulane football program.
So grateful for the leadership of this league. I'm grateful for the media that's here today to cover our conference. Do not take it lightly that you're here. I am fired up to be at Tulane. Like Commissioner Pernetti just said, or Tim, he'd be upset with me if I kept calling him Commissioner Pernetti the whole time, Tim. But I'm fired up to be at Tulane. Love what the place is about. Love the city of New Orleans. We have an outstanding administration at our university. President Mike Fitz, Athletic Director David Harris. Could not be more grateful for them, for the resources they provided our players, our staff, to give us the opportunity to be successful at a high level. You know, this is an exciting time of year. I love football. Like, I love football. I'm a football junkie. Like, if my wife said, hey, like to somebody, or somebody asked my wife, what's John's hobbies? My wife would be like, football. Like, it's what I do, all right? It's who I am. And really excited about this season. Every year is a new year, obviously, but we have nowadays new teams that are not just kind of new teams, they're very new teams. And our team is drastically different than last year's team. The uncertainty really energizes me. We have 116 players in our roster. We're not down to 105 because of the designated student athlete component. Out of those 116, 60 are brand new to our program, 34 transfers and 26 high school additions in this offseason. So I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's like 51% or something like that, or 51.7 or somewhere along those lines. But a very new team. Returning starters on offense, we have 2, okay? So that's a little bit daunting. We have a starting left tackle, and Derek Graham, a starting left guard, and Shadre Hurst that are back. Shadre is one of our representatives here today. Shadre's from Cartersville, Georgia. A really good football player and an outstanding person. So 2 returning offensive starters. Defensively, we're way more experienced. We've got 3 returning starters. Okay, so like a much more stable situation on that side of the ball. Sam Howard is one of those 3. He's here with me today. Sam Howard's from Shades Valley, Alabama, near Birmingham. Sam's got a really cool story. He was a walk-on at Austin Peay. Became a team captain, led the team in tackles there, graduated, got his degree there, went in the transfer portal, a really positive addition for us over a year ago, and really honored that those 2 young men are here with me today. They are outstanding representatives of Tulane football and Tulane University. I reflect back to a year ago this time, and we didn't have a starter and went through a training camp battle. We're back in the same scenario again. You know, a lot has been made recently of the addition of Jake Retzlaff, and I'll address Jake in a minute, but even prior to adding Jake, I feel really confident in the room we already had in place. So there's a room, a group of guys have been working the last several months to have an opportunity to win that job or be our starter and develop within our program that I have a lot of belief in. All right, Caden Samanzi came to us by way of Ball State. He was the MAC Freshman Player of the Year a year ago. I really like Caden. He's a football guy. He loves it. Good teammate. Brendan Sullivan, we added in the spring portal window from Iowa. He had been at Northwestern previously. Man, Brendan is a talented dude. Athletically, he's tough. He has an edge about him. He's a really fast athlete and a great competitor. And really excited that we added him. Look forward to what he's brought to our team and can't wait to see what else he does. Donovan Leary transferred us in the winter back in January from Illinois. So Donovan and Caden went through spring practice, and then Brendan was added post-spring. And really wasn't necessarily like, man, we're not in a good spot, we have to go get another one. We were very content with, we can win with any of those guys. I believe all three of those guys, we can put a game plan in around them to help Tulane win football games.
Head coach John Summerall of Tulane University. Interestingly enough, my producer Jason and I were speaking as we were watching that. It's a lot of green in there, man, with the grass and the Tulane logo in the back. I'm glad Coach Summerall didn't wear green. We'd have been greened out in that one, but of course that's probably what he wants to convey over at Tulane. 9-5 last year. And they lost their last three. They were actually cruising early on, and they were ranked in the top 20 for some time, but it just kind of fell off the table, and they're trying to get it back. Of course, he mentioned they are looking for a starting quarterback this year as Darian Mensah, has decided to go over to Duke University. He does a tremendous job as he's come in from Troy University, and I think that Tulane is going to stay as one of our state schools that does just fine in the FCS. We'll be back with more right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.